How are we all doing? It's Aston Villa away at the dreaded Crystal Palace. I mean, before we get into absolutely anything today, and I'd love to see actually if people tune into this after the game is over. Our record with Palace is terrible. As you're watching this in the future, maybe I'm hoping it's improved as of today. But I have such low hopes and I just have so much doubt, basically, that it's going to change. No matter how good we are, how bad they are, it seems to almost not matter. And that's what makes me a little bit sad about this game, because they always seem to just find a way. And it's rather annoying, to be quite honest. How you doing, Akbar? Says, I might be the chosen one to bring peace. Okay, well, maybe you are. Can you bring Aston Villa 3 points? That's all I want right now. A nice, easy 3 points. Palace have tons of players out. A lot of their fans think that the hoodoo is finally over with today. And I'm hoping. I'm hoping that's true. Because if it's not over from today, it will never be over. I prefer not to speak. I'm live on multiple platforms. I'm live on the Red platform as well as the good old TikTok. I don't feel comfortable for this, says Up the Villa. Neither do I. And I don't think many people do too. But we'll see. We'll go through the lineups of both teams. We've got some interesting players in the lineup today, which I didn't think would be starting. So I'll just go through that. Just give me 1 second, guys. Right. Let me load up the lineup. I thought I had it on my phone. I didn't. I'm getting up now. Right, so Aston Villa in goal. It is Emi Martinez, which is, I think it's pretty standard. I'll have it on the screen as well while I do this, because for some reason I forgot to do that. If you're watching over on the Red platform. Emi in goal. Digne, Lindelof, Konza, and Matty Cash. Still no Pau Torres. He's on the bench though, so he's coming back. But it's still Lindelof and Konza. And to be fair to Victor Lindelof, I don't think he's done too bad in filling in the shoes of Pau Torres. In all fairness, I thought it could be a lot worse than what it was. I think he has done a good job. I think Unai Emery come out as well, basically saying he's quite impressed with the work of Victor Lindelof, and he's showing some really good high levels at Aston Villa, and we'll see if he'll keep it going, basically, because now he's set the levels. It's like, well, there's no excuse. There's no excuse to be asked now. Right. So yeah, I'm just getting the lineup so we can see on screen. It is our usual 4-2-3-1 or 4. It's basically a 4-4-2, but some will say it's a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, so we read the back four. It's a pivot of Tielemans and Boubacar Kamara. Still no Amadou Onana. He'll probably be out for the rest of the month now. At a guess, really. I mean, I'd love to be wrong about that, but unfortunately, Onana's Villa history is bleak. It's very injury ridden. As much as I love Onana, he has suffered a lot of consistent injuries. That is quite frustrating. Rael, so AJ's live. It's another good day. I appreciate you. You're always one of the first as well every time. I love you, Rael. Hey up the Villa. I hope we beat our bogey team, Victoria. Victoria, I really hope so. I really hope so, because bloody hell. It's gone on for too long. I saw Villa's post over on Twitter, and the last time we beat them, Anwar El Ghazi got the assist for John McGinn's goal. We are going back to El Ghazi days. The last time we beat them at their ground. I do get PTSD from this fixture around. I really do. I think a lot of people do. Okay, but says there he is. Score prediction. Do I give it? You know what? I'm going to ask you guys. What's your score predictions? I'm not gonna say just yet. What's your? I want to read them. I want to read some score predictions here because I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable saying. Personally. Yeah. 3-2 Villa. That's crazy. I take it. They got loads of players injured. I do, okay, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to fight history here. Glasner, no matter what Unai Emery typically is to Arteta, Glasner is to Emery. Now, we've already seen Arteta actually beat Emery this season. So maybe the flip will happen as well, and we're going to see Unai Emery beat Mikel Arteta, maybe. I hope so. I hope not Mikel Arteta. He's on my mind. He always beats him. We're going to see him beat Glasner. That's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully, the hoodoos are all over for everyone. Unfortunately, I am going to say 2-1 Crystal Palace. I know, you can boo me. If you know me on this channel, I very rarely predict us to lose. I'm not going to fight what I have seen from this fixture for far too long. And if there's ever a time that we're going to beat them, it is today. But I've seen history too many times. We are about to be underway. It's not in the black kit. If we had the black kit, it's 100% we're losing. Because we're cursing that. It is the white. It's this kit. We're wearing this kit today. We are underway at Selhurst Park for the dreaded game of the season. Bear in mind, in the reverse fixture, at the start of the season, Crystal Palace did batter Aston Villa by 3-0. We did have Marco Bizot in goal that day. That was over the era of Martinez potentially leaving Aston Villa. Hang on, I'm just going to move my camera a little bit. There we go. Right. I'm going to try... What the hell is going on with the scoreboard? I'm going to try and fix that. Bloody hell. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Guys, give me 1 second. Technical difficulties over on the stream. I always get them. Right, so we've now got a timer over on... So the red platform's fine, actually. Don't need to do much for that. Yeah, that's pretty much all good. I can just do like a little snip there, and that's fine. Problem is, it's what's going on over on TikTok. That's a bit messed up. Oh, actually, might not be that bad. Yeah, it's fine. You know what? I was freaking out for nothing. Because look at... Oh, shit. Look at that. There we go. We have a timer. Oh, shit. Now, I'm very lazy. I know there's a button I can press to do this off screen, but I can't be asked to go for all that, so I just show you guys what it's like to be a streamer. Hey, hello to Jan Johansson, as he says 2-1, and Dread Cole says, hi mate, hope you're okay. Villa to win 2-1. Now, I would love to see it. And we shall see, but it's hard for me to be confident. It really is. In these kind of games. I want to be proven wrong. I want to be proven to be a mug. James says, Unai going to leave? No chance Unai leaves. No chance. If anyone truly believes Unai Emery is going to leave the project right now, like, I'm disappointed in you lot. If anyone genuinely believes that. I think he is in a very good spot right now. He gets essentially keys to the mansion here. The castle, whatever you want to call it. He basically owns the place. Why would you want to leave that? And he's building something pretty good over right now, which I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like he's in a spot right now where he'd kind of be insane to go anywhere else. I don't know if I'm losing my mind there, but he's got Villa into third. He's in the Europa League, his favourite competition. Oh, my hair's just not drying at all, for God's sake. I should have done a hairdryer before I got on here now, for fuck's sake. But yeah, so I don't know why he'd leave. Anyway, 3 minutes in, and Ollie Watkins has the ball and lays it off to Digne. Digne forward to Rodgers, cuts inside Morgan Rodgers, and the ball falls very loosely and kindly to Dean Henderson in goal. I didn't read through the rest of the team, actually. I got distracted. Tielemans, Kamara, pivot. Rodgers on the left. Sancho on the right. John McGinn is likely to be the man behind Ollie Watkins today. I mean, Tielemans is better defensively than John McGinn, but I'd love to have seen Tielemans in a 10 today. But I understand why we've done this. Obviously Ollie up front as well that was never going to be questioned, I don't think. For Crystal Palace, with all the players they've got out, in fact, if I count, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out. Some through international, most through injuries. Those are the important ones. Ismail Assar, Eddie Nketiah, Daniel Munoz. I was worried about him starting today because there was a rumour he could have been fine, but he was officially ruled out very late today. Kamada, who's also caused Villa problems in the past, is also gone. Doucouré, Jefferson, Lerma. I mean, they've got some high-profile players out there. They still field a fairly decent team. Henderson in goal. It's their usual back five. The system. I was going to say not their players, but the system of Mitchell, Gahey, Lacroix, Canvo, and Devaney. Midfield pivot of Adam Wharton and Will Hughes, with a front three of new signing Brennan Johnson, with on the other side Yeremy Pino, and of course it's boom, 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 boom up front. Mateta's in the room. I'm hoping there's going to be a striker better in this game. 5 minutes gone at Selhurst, still goalless. Very low tempo here. Unai Emery. I wonder how the setup's going to be today, because Crystal Palace don't seem to want to press Villa. They are very happy to be in a structure and just wait. And there is a bit of a press here, though. They baited me in with that because it looked like they weren't going to press. McGinn gets away from it, though. McGinn down the right into Jadon Sancho. Sancho back to McGinn. That's a nice interchange. John McGinn into midfield. Finds Kamara. Kamara across to Digne. Great pass. Digne cross towards the far post. Punched away by Henderson. As a decent attack for Villa. Mateta trying to take the ball away. That's a nice pass from Mateta. And already, look at the difference between this game and last game. Mateta is a proper target man. Right? That Jesus of Nottingham Forest is nowhere near the level of Mateta for hold-up play. Like that Jesus on the halfway line for Forest, when they sat back and defended at Villa Park, he could not hold a ball to save his life. Already we've seen Jean-Philippe Mateta hold off one player and flick the ball to his left. That's better hold-up play than we saw in the entirety of the Forest game. And like, you can criticise Mateta's one-on-one finishing, you can criticise some of his composure, but what you can't criticise is hold-up play. Is genuinely one of the best. He's one of the best at it in the league. And he will get you forward. And that's, Crystal Palace like to sit in a bit deep sometimes and soak some pressure when they need to. And they can play long to Jean-Philippe Mateta. And he's a handful. I think Ezri Konsa specifically has always struggled with Mateta. And I'm hoping today will be the day he gets over that. Tielemans towards Konsa. He's a devil. I just spoke about him. Konsa to Victor Lindelof. Can the Iceman not melt under pressure today? I wonder. As we're seeing Pau Torres now get back into the picture on the bench for Villa today as well. Jacob, I hope so. I did predict, though, unfortunately, 2-1 Crystal Palace, because it wouldn't be right for me with our record with Palace to say that we'd go and beat them. I just want them to prove me wrong. But our record here is catastrophic. So, like I said earlier, I thought it was quite embarrassing, really, that the Villa social media pages, they posted the last time we beat them at Selhurst Park, and it was in 2021, when we had Anwar El Ghazi laying the ball off to John McGinn to win the game. We are in 2026, ladies and gentlemen. And it was an El Ghazi never got assists as well, which I thought was hilarious. So they actually found a rare moment where El Ghazi gave someone a goal for a change. But yeah, shamelessly, that was one of the last few times we've beat them. We haven't won in our last, is it 6? Possibly. There might have been 7 or 8 actually. I think it's no wins in 7 against Palace. Or no, or is it, have they not won in 7 and we've not won in any of our last 6? Either way, it's a bad bloody record. And hopefully it goes today. Like Wolves used to me. My granddad always used to say Villa had a hoodoo. Oh, for God's sake. It's happened again. It keeps ending my lives early. I don't know why it does it. It just says connections unstable. I don't know why it does it. It just keeps ending my live stream early. Over on... Oh my God. I opened TikTok. And it's the first thing I see. I can't believe that. What a clip. I don't even know if the mic picked that up, that's elite, but I don't know if it did. Right, so I'm gonna set it up over here. Bloody hell, man. I hate this. This is why I always leave my tripod here, because I know what this is like. I might as well just never stream on my PC for TikTok because it's pointless. James says break the jinx tonight. I hope so, mate. I really do. Because I'm sick to death, to be honest, of our record with him. And look, if I was a Palace fan, I'd be loving it. But it gets beyond a point of ridiculousness. No matter how good or how shit they are, they always win, and it drives me insane. Right, I'm just gonna click that, and I should be live. There we go. I apologise to the viewers. I just there's no point streaming off my PC for TikTok. It just doesn't work. Like, I swear to you. I was saying that I'm having issues over here now. Oh, I'm having some stream issues over on my PC actually. I thought it was only for unless it's lying to me. Huh. Over on YouTube, how is the stream going? Is it crashing at all? Or dropping? It says no drop frames though. I have no idea what is going on. Bro, it keeps saying streamers disconnect. I don't understand. Whatever. I'm moving on. But yeah, I apologize to TikTok viewers. I refuse to stream off my PC now for TikTok. It just never. It always crashes the stream. It's completely pointless. And for a bit until it solves the issue, I'm just not gonna bother. And now my Streamlabs, it could be just a Streamlabs issue. It might not even be TikTok. It might just be Streamlabs being absolutely dog shit. Because it's saying I'm still having issues now, and it's just refusing to fix them. So I don't give a toss anymore. Anyway, we're 12 minutes in. It is still Aston Villa 0, Crystal Palace 0. Neither team have really done anything. It's been a very low tempo game of football so far. Cash with a long throw, looking for the likes of Ollie Watkins, flicked away by Will Hughes, collected by Tielemans into Luca Dean. Morgan Rogers. I literally can't even disable dual output. What is going on? My PC is not enjoying this at all. Dear oh dear. Another throw on the far side for Aston Villa. This time, Digne uses his shirt to wipe the ball. I remember you could use a towel, and they put that in the rules. You can't use a towel anymore, which I don't know why. I find that a silly rule in fairness. Unless people abused it, but I don't even know how you could possibly abuse it, to be honest. Handball not looked at. Well, if there's been a handball, I did not see it. Because I've been trying to piss about with my setup over here. Right. It's Martinez on the ball. Palace, so far, have set up to not lose. It does remind me a little bit of Forest. Oh, handball in their box not looked at. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Emmy finds Konza. I'll keep an update, and I'll keep you guys updated on all the scores around the ground as well. It's already Bournemouth 0, Spurs 1, as Tell put Tottenham ahead within 5 minutes. Elsewhere, it is goalless across the Premier League. Brentford, Sunderland, as we know, Palace, Villa, Everton, Wolves, Chelsea away at Fulham, and Manchester City at home to Brighton. A 8:15 kickoff is Burnley against United and Newcastle against Leeds. I am surprised. I know Spurs' away record is very good, but I'm surprised they're beating Bournemouth. I know their home record. No, in general, Bournemouth's record has been shite recently. But it's usually Dr. Spurs. Whenever a team is struggling, you play Tottenham, and they heal you of your concerns and your worries. So far, though, they are losing to Tottenham. Brentford. I got an eye on Brentford actually, because they're out of nowhere. They've gone against the grain a little bit and started to move away from any kind of relegation trouble, and they've now moved on 30 points. If they get a result today, they could compete with Chelsea in the top 5. I think they can go above Chelsea. They can go above Chelsea in the top 5. Obviously United will probably beat Burnley, so it won't most likely mean anything too significant, but Chelsea could drop down to, below 7th today. There's a lot of teams on very similar points, and there is a worry for teams like Chelsea United. You can very quickly slip away into mid-table mediocrity. There is a huge queue. I saw a lot of United fans actually say things like they've been shit, but they're still 5th. And it's like, well, that's great, but it doesn't, you're not taking into account of all the teams that are literally right behind you. So we'll see. We'll see how they do. Mitchell for Palace. Good tackle, Cash. Very good. He's being held off as well. Nice pass. I thought he was trying to get a throw in there, but he actually find a pass down the channel into Sancho. Here is Sancho again. Into John McGinn, who's been quite involved in Villa's attack so far. Oh, that's a bad touch from Rodgers. Oh, we get lucky though. Only a temporary reprieve. We get thrown out of it. There's a little bit of a ricochet. The pass from McGinn to Rodgers wasn't great. But then it should have been quite easy for Crystal Palace to pick back up and get possession themselves. But then it was Rodgers' poor touch that led to a Palace poor touch. And Villa got a thrown out of it. Wharton. It was a poor throw from Villa, in truth. Wharton, nice ball out with the outside of his foot there into Mateta. Gets the 1-2. That's a great ball. And if there's no offside flag, it's a huge chance for Crystal Palace. Oh! Is that safe from Martinez? It's Brennan Johnson, who has scored lots of goals for Spurs in big, important games. Matty Cash keeps him on side. It's a great run from Brennan Johnson. Lindelof kept his line with Luka Dean, but it's a good save. Martinez, that should have been a goal, I think, to Crystal Palace. Should have been a goal. It's a really good save, Martinez. I thought he was offside. I looked at it and I was like, oh, there's no way he's on. But no, he was offside. Apparently, Aston Villa have left 3 players on the halfway line, according to the commentary team, and it's led to Palace being worried about it and also leaving 3 players back to cover it. So there's actually not that many players in the box right now. Corner to Palace, though. Headed away. Flicked on only as... Oh, to be honest, we give it straight back to them. Mateta helps it towards Lacroix. Really well defended in the end by Luka Dean. Nice flick on from Watkins. Nice through ball as well, if it could have reached the likes of John McGinn, but it was too close to Mitchell. And he just held off John McGinn in the end. But yeah, it was an interesting way to defend for Villa, and it actually worried Crystal Palace a little bit. It's always that concern of like, well, if they do leave players forward, we got to match it. It's like, if we lose the ball, it's like it's 3 players on the halfway line. You can't just leave one there. You're going to get absolutely swamped. Is it like a stereotypical Villa Palace game? Well, we've already seen Brennan Johnson have a 1-on-1 which was saved from Martinez. It was forced on an angle because Lindelof was there to help cover it. But it was a big chance for Palace. It's the biggest of the game. And it was a good save from Emi Martinez. In a typical Villa Palace game, that's probably 1-0 Palace. But, yeah. I think Villa, we've kept a lot of the ball. We've been quite neat and tidy, but it's Crystal Palace hitting us on the break that's caused the biggest chance of the game. So, it's kind of gone the way that you would expect, in a way. I still predicted Villa to lose. Especially when I'm seeing passes like that go to Brennan Johnson, I am worried about today. I am worried. Lindelof. Back to Martinez. It's like I said, it's a very low tempo game. We've got Emi Martinez is like walking with the ball right now, and there's no press. It's only when we go out wide that a press is triggered. But Mateta's basically just staring down Martinez, and there we go. We move out wide to Digne, and that springs the press. Lindelof back to Martinez. He goes long looking for the halfway line. It's a poor pass. Straight into the path of Will Hughes, but unfortunately for Palace, I mean, their press is good, but they don't keep the ball very well, Palace. Is that not a foul on Watkins? Seems to be held off there by Mitchell, but the referee doesn't give it. Hmm. 20 minutes gone, still it remains goalless. Guys, double tap the screen if you haven't already. If we can get to 2k likes the next 10 minutes, that would be amazing. I appreciate all your support as always. I'll have a quick look around the grounds. This has been a really, really quiet game at Selhurst, which suits them. It's 1-0 Everton against Wolves, as Michael Keane has put Everton ahead at the Hill Dickinson. There might be a goal for Bournemouth. It is. It's 1-1. Bournemouth have got the equaliser. Well, I said Tottenham. I was surprised they took the lead. Bournemouth have equalised at the Vitality. And Spurs, despite having an incredible away record, they are pegged back by Evan Nilsson. And Bournemouth, I mean, a draw is great, but it still means that they don't win. And they haven't won in a very long time now, Bournemouth. We didn't start it, but we definitely made it worse. It was their first game they didn't win was against Man City. And we were game week. We were not game week, but the second game for them that they lost. We beat them 4-0, and they've still not recovered. They haven't won since then. And that was a while ago. And that was when Bournemouth were in the picture for European football, and they've kind of fell away. Kamara for Villa. There was a foul, but we play advantage. Kamara goes down again. And unfortunately, will not lead to anything. I was hoping there was going to be a foul there, but there wasn't a foul. Frustrating. Devaney for Palace. Back towards Mitchell. Oh, no way. Red card Chelsea. Red card Chelsea. Cucurella sent off. After 22 minutes. Well, that is huge in that game. Chelsea, obviously, with a new manager that's coming in. I don't think he's in the dugout today. I'd be very surprised. I'm going to have a quick look at that if he is. I very much doubt he's already been put in. I imagine it's a caretaker today. Because I think he's only appointed yesterday. Is he? Wait, is he actually a manager today? I thought he was going to be watching on. He might actually, because he's at Craven Cottage. I'm not paid attention. I just presumed he wasn't going to be in. I know he's the manager, but I just thought because it's so soon, he wouldn't be like in the dugout for this game. I thought it'd be the next one. If that's true, I'm very surprised. Oh, it is McFarlane still. Okay, it is McFarlane. It's just Liam Rosenia is in the ground, but it is officially McFarlane. Family Guy manager, bro. Seth MacFarlane now. Dread says, come on the villains. It is still goalless. It's just walking football right now with Konza on the ball. I'd love to see. You know what? Possession. What is it? I'm going to have it on screen now for you guys if you're watching over on YouTube. Stats. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Wait, I've got the wrong. I just realised I've not actually got it for this game. That was the Forest one. Just give me a second, guys. I was like, wait a minute, 70%, but it's like for the home team. Excuse me. I didn't update who the stat is for, so just bear with me. This has been a very fun, not chaotic stream at all. Watkins chats for Villa. Oh, save! Really good save from Henderson. Of course, I'm pissing about with stats on screen, as Villa have a huge chance. Which, of course, in what I was gonna. It's a bit mean to say, but we've seen it all before with Ollie this season, of him missing some bigger chances, and it might be another case of that again. I do need to see the replay. The Brennan Johnson chance, though, was, what was that? It was a 0.20 opportunity. There we go. Cool. Brennan Johnson trying to take over from a long ball. Well defended, though, from Ezri Konza. Jensen, you ain't going to give it, so it's pointless you asking. Yeah, 62% possession for Villa. I would have said about 65-70. Oh, it's a terrible touch from Ollie. It's a great pass, actually, from Yuri Tielemans. I mean, I could have given you, if you weren't watching the game, I could have given you a guess to see who plays the through ball to Ollie. It's a really poor first touch. And to be fair, I'll give credit where it's due, actually, to Dean Henderson. He closes down the space really well. He sees the touch is bad, and he reacts very, very well to the opportunity. It should have probably been 1-0 Villa, though, to be honest. You're playing Cookie Clicker on another tab or something, clicking like mad. Oh, yeah, so I was trying to sort... so I've got stats on screen over on YouTube, because I'm live on there as well. And I was just fixing... Look, I'm doing it again. I see you mean with Cookie Clicker there. It's just... I'm sorting the pixels out for images. I fixed it though. As you can see, we've got 61% possession, 0.46. That XG chance if Ollie was 0.46. Or something along those lines. It had to be 0.40 something. There's a big moment wasted though for Villa. The highest score though we've seen, according to Flash Score, is Tielemans on a 7.6. I actually don't disagree. I think Kamara's score is a bit low personally, but I think him and Kamara have been pretty decent in our attack. I would like to see more of Rodgers on the left-hand side though. It's weird because like Rodgers out on the left can be really ineffective, and it's often when he'll cut in on the inside and almost act like another number 10 is when you see the best out of him. I'd love a world where Morgan is just consistently behind Ollie, but with the issues we've got in the squad and stuff, we kind of have no one else to really go on the left. Unless you put like another idea is to put like Ollie there and play Don up front, but I don't think Unai wants to do that. Ollie Watkins has played everywhere across the front three in his career. He grew up as a winger as well. Played there for Western Supermare and Exeter City growing up. At Brentford, he did become more of a natural number 9, but he's got experience that way. Long ball towards Brennan Johnson. Martinez left that. And, I mean, you know what? He knows more than me because that has gone out of play. It looked like a gamble at first that Brennan might have got there. But it wasn't quick enough, and it is a goal kick to Aston Villa. They like their long balls, though, Palace. You know what? He stops. Brennan Johnson does hesitate, and I feel like if he doesn't hesitate, he probably gets that. Do Aston Villa have any interesting players to sign other than that Brazilian? I very much doubt it because of PSL. I'm surprised we even bought Alisson. £10 million, or roughly £10 million from, is it Grêmio in Brazil? Doesn't have the greatest of records, has been played as a wing-back as well. He's played, I think it's like 31 games, 32 maybe. Scored like a handful, that's a handful, literally I think it's just a couple goals. It's not a incredible record in truth. So, we'll see. I just hope he doesn't go out on loan, because I just feel like there's no point in buying a player to go out on loan when we have PSR issues. I'd just rather that money be cleverly invested in the squad in some way. So we'll see. Matt says, not another Duran. Unfortunately not. However, he could definitely help with our wide player issues. We almost it's like we don't play with width at times. There are games where we just essentially play like 4 central midfielders in a flat 4-4-2, and it's really strange. But to be fair to Emery, he does seem to make it work. He is a magician, genuinely one of the best. I mean, I am just preaching to the choir here, as most of you lot are Villa fans, but he truly is one of the best in the world with what he manages to make work time in, time out again. How you doing, Erica? Audi Villains, what is good? What is good? Johnson flicks it on to no one. Cons are on the ball for Aston Villa. I will say, I know they preserve energy, but we have definitely used this time to also preserve some of ours. Because we have allowed it to also be a low tempo game. When you have possession, you can also dictate the tempo to a degree. And we've seen that they're not really pressing until we're in certain situations on the ball. Like right now, they've not triggered a press. They're just holding their shape. They don't want to tire themselves out. And Villa, I mean, that's the first time we've gone long probably all game. Good pass into Rodgers as well. Down the left-hand side, Rodgers gets past one. Morgan Rodgers in the box, squares it. Palace a little bit lucky because it actually doesn't deflect out of play. We still keep it though, Rodgers. Has Tielemans short. Rodgers wanted a corner, and it took a double ricochet off the 2 Palace defenders near him, and it stayed in play, and he had to battle to win possession back because he kind of just left it. Throwing to Villa on the far side. Matty cashes forward to take the throw. And I want to see Sancho get more involved, to be honest. I haven't really seen Sancho get heavily involved yet. Kamara. Backwards to Konza. Konza into the Iceman. Victor Lindelof. Into Digne on the left-hand side. Still Palace. Show very little intent to try and... the only players remotely pressing is Mateta. And then sometimes you'll have Mitchell push up like he did just then. But the majority of the game, they're just holding shape and waiting for specific moments to get the ball. In fairness, they all seem to be on the same wavelength because I feel like it's very well drilled in by Glasner when they want to trigger that press because they all seem to know. It's not like half the team's pressing, half isn't. That is a good ball, though, down the right side for Palace. And this is what does concern me, is this counter-attack. Devaney, though, is forced backwards, though, to Mitchell. I say Mitchell, it's Canvo, I apologise. It's Canvo, not Mitchell. And Mateta doesn't get to the loose ball, and that will be a goal kick to Aston Villa. Rodgers can start in the 10, 100%. I think most people here would agree with me that if you were to say what is Morgan Rodgers' most preferred position, you would say attacking midfield. A lot will say he can play attacking midfield and on the left, but if you were to ask him where he'd want to play, he probably would say as a 10. It's just he's a little bit versatile and can play on the left and cut in and stuff, but he's a right-footed player as a 10, and I think that's where Thomas Tuchel will use him for England at the World Cup. I'm hoping he starts over Jude, but I'm not sure if Tuchel will make that bold decision. He can play him in these games leading up to it, and he has been doing it, but I actually think when push comes to shove, I think he will make what I'd call the incorrect decision and play play Jude over Rodgers as a 10, or plot Rodgers on the left wing and have Jude as a 10. That could also be another option. We have a plethora of options at England though, so Jude Bellingham would probably start for most teams in the world, and here we are talking about that he might not even play. As much as he is blue scum, he's a decent player. I think he's a little bit overhyped, but he is blue scum. Tielemans for Villa cuts inside the box, goes down, and probably fouls Canvo more than Canvo fouls him, unfortunately. Emery doesn't use wingers. You don't know, but he doesn't mind them. He bought Gesson, who traditionally is a winger, or at least was over in France, and he's played as one for Ivory Coast. And Allison, another winger. So I know he doesn't like wingers that are lazy. He doesn't like Leon Bailey, which is why we've seen Bailey go out on loan, or apparently that might be getting cancelled or something. I read something about his loan move ending because of injury issues and stuff over at Roma. So we'll see. But I know he doesn't like Bailey because Bailey doesn't track back. And Evan Gesson, probably the only thing I would say he's good at is tracking back. Every time I fix something on here, I have to fix it again. I swear to God. There we go. Cool. Yeah, the XG is 0.35 to Villa's 0.46. Still no more expected goals from Aston Villa since the Ollie Watkins opportunity. .36 gone though, still goalless. I'll have a look round the grounds, see what's going on in the Premier League. It is a turnaround at the Vitality. It's Bournemouth 2, Spurs 1. Evan Nilsson and Krupi have turned the game on its head. I did say, and you can go back if you weren't here, I was surprised Spurs took the lead because it's typically Dr. Spurs. Whenever you need to have a result, Spurs will twist it. They will give you the result. They are the doctor. Brentford 1, Sunderland 0 is not a surprise to me. Thiago, FPL hero. I love him very, very much. Brentford are 5th in the Premier League. You know how mad that is? Brentford. I don't know why your comment wasn't allowed there, so I'll try and fix that for you. Of course, it doesn't want to be approved, because why wouldn't it? There we go. I don't know why Spurs are a tragic club got timed out. TikTok chat algorithm is interesting. Yeah, Brentford move above Chelsea as things stand, which is unbelievable considering a lot of people, including myself, actually thought they were going to be in relegation trouble this year. Yeah, Brentford will, as things stand, be on 33 points. Everton still lead 1-0 against Wolves. Obviously, Wolves are basically relegated. I did want to see how they would do today, and see if essentially what they can produce. Chelsea are down to 10 with the Cucurella red card. I think there was a huge disagreement, by the way, with this red card. Seen a yellow in the 24th, a yellow in the 25th, and another yellow in the 25th for Chelsea players. Enzo, Adarabioyo, and Palmer all booked following the Cucurella red card. And then Hato had to come on for Andre Santos, I should say. So, yeah, Chelsea, I don't think are too happy with the decision over at Craven Cottage, by the looks of things over there. TikTok protecting Spurs. Crazy, man. TikTok hates Spurs slander. Who'd have thought? So poor pass from Tielemans. And then Watkins actually can't win the ball back either. Palace have been very safe today, I've noticed. It's just kind of been like direct passes and short passes. There's no in between. There's no situation where anyone is trying to dribble their way through Villa's defence. It's just like, yeah, we'll keep it neat and tidy, then play a long ball when we need it. Nice ball into Watkins' chance. Ollie Watkins for Aston Villa! Oh, really well defended from Lacroix, but it's once again, it's Ollie being Ollie. He's took 20 years to take a shot here. I mean, it's a mistake from Canva. Is it Canva? Yeah, Canva dives in, doesn't win the ball. Ollie skips over. And then he looks up at Dean Henderson. He just takes far too long. And Lacroix has all the time in the world then to cover and block the shot. I think he took his time because it's on his left boot. Genuinely. Digne, long throw, flicked on. Watkins cushions back to Luca Digne, to Rodgers again. Rodgers crosses decent. Flicked away. Oh, that was a really good cross. Very well defended from Crystal Palace, in truth. And Devaney concedes the throw. The referee has stopped Aston Villa having this quick throw in because the ball entered the pitch. We had two balls on the pitch there. Bit unfortunate because we have to go backwards now. Yuri Tielemans. 5 minutes till half time. It's been a very, very quiet game. Very, very little in this so far. And it is still goalless between the two sides. It is 1-0 to Manchester City. Erling Haaland. 2-0. 2-0. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Manchester City. All my life. City with 2 penalties. Unless that's a bug. Is that a bug? Surely they've not given 2 penalties away in 2 minutes. Rodgers for Villa, as in the meantime. Nice back heel into Digne. Digne in the box, squares it. McGinn, heavy touch. My life, man. Still alive with Kamara. Shot deflected from Sancho. And Villa scream for a handball. Immediately, John McGinn races to the referee's face. Oh, it is a bug. It is just 1-0. Why did Flashcore say 2 penalties in 2 minutes? That is stupid. Like I said, I didn't believe it. Because why on earth would Brighton give 2 penalties away in 2 minutes for? I want to see this handball that Villa screamed out for. And we're gonna see this. So it is a very scrappy chance. Shot from Cash. His arm is tucked in. His arm is tucked in. Villa had a very dodgy handball here. I remember because I'm a cynical twat. But we had a very dodgy handball get given here a couple of years ago. For something way worse than that. Sorry, way more lenient than that is what I should have said. So the fact that has... it's probably the right decision, but it annoys me. I remember it was an arm to... I think it was an arm to the side. And like barely grazed like the knuckles. And then you've got a handball there of Mitchell. It like directly strikes him in the arm. He's lucky though because he turns away from it and then it hits his arm. Yeah, it's the correct decision. It's annoying because I remember getting screwed over here. It's funny what you remember when it goes against your team. Oh dear. 43 minutes gone, still goalless. Villa haven't really created too many chances. It was Ollie Watkins who has missed them though. He did get the shot away, and all the 0.65 XG is on Ollie, unfortunately. And he doesn't score either of the chances created. I don't think there's been a goal elsewhere in any of the games. Long ball forward to Devaney. Out of play. Villa goal kick. For those wondering, it is 0.65 XG for Villa and 65% possession. So a little bit symmetrical there. 4 shots for Villa, 2 for Palace, 1 on target apiece. And 2 big chances for Villa, both Ollie Watkins, both not taken And those were after the Crystal Palace big chance, which was Brennan Johnson, who he smashed into Martinez. I mean, at least Brennan Johnson got a decent shot away, in fairness. Because I think Watkins barely got a shot away in the first opportunity. In the second one, he took far too long, and it was a good block in the end by Lacroix. I don't know what is going on over on TikTok, though, but some comments are getting flagged for nothing. I don't really get what's going on here. Cucurella is the knob. I don't like Cucurella. He's not a bad player, but he's a twat, personally. Sancho into Cash. Cash against Mitchell. I think these two fullbacks have fought each other a lot, because Palace have had Mitchell for a long time as well. Sancho, not a great touch. He keeps it alive for Villa, but it's just a little bit messy. This game I don't think it's been brilliant. I don't think it's been a very clean game. It's been very scrappy in certain areas. Digne finds Rodgers. Good tackle from Wharton, but Villa do get the ball back. Lindelof to Martinez. Don't think much injury time will be given for this. How you doing, Dean? On my life. From the depths, out of nowhere. Give it to Palace. They've studied us to an absolute T, but yeah, I see a draw. How are you doing, mate? It has been a while. I ain't seen you in ages. I hope you've been well, my friend. 1 minute injury time given. I'm not surprised. This has been a very, very flat game. You know what? The referee could have blown up at 45. I wouldn't have batted an eye at that. McGinn into Rodgers. Watkins is down for Aston Villa. He gets up here. So Palace fans not happy with that, because Ollie immediately gets back up, thinking that Ollie was feigning injury there. He doesn't help himself, Ollie, because he immediately rose to his feet when we had a chance. Kamara finds Cash. 15 seconds of the half to go. Still, it remains goalless. We have to get this ball forward, or otherwise it's just half time. Konza, I mean, yeah, we're going to go backwards, aren't we? Cash goes long. That's half time. And that is 0-0 at half time, Selhurst Park. Yeah. Pretty flat. Like I said, a pretty flat first half. Neither team really doing too much. You could say Ollie probably should have put Villa 1-0 up, but we've not really forced. We've created and carved open two decent chances. It's just Ollie got nowhere near taking either of them. Is the problem here? But yeah, as things stand, it is still 0-0. A draw would mean the record goes on. We have to actually go and beat them. Yeah, have to beat this tonight. They're woeful. That's what I'm reading over on the Twitter page. 800,000 a month on Sancho's wages for him to have the same amount of goal contributions as me 5 months into the season. Some people moan about the handball. You're never going to get those, unfortunately. And I wouldn't want it to be given, because I don't think it's not a good precedent to set, I think, especially when you're trying to turn away from the ball. It annoys me because we've had definitely softer penalties being given. We had one soft handball specifically against Palace at this ground a couple of years ago that was given. And it's just kind of annoying, like, we don't get the revenge of that because the rules have got tighter for handball. But yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. It is what it is. Elsewhere, though, it is a chance for Fulham. Ooh, did they score? I need to find out. I'm going to flick over to Fulham game. What is going on over at Craven Cottage? And it is a goal for Fulham. Fulham take the lead against Chelsea. Is it Wilson? It's not Wilson, is it? It's not Wilson again. Surely it's not the Welsh Wonderland. It always, bro. Get Wilson in FPL, I'll tell you. It is Harry Wilson scores again for Fulham. This guy has I tell you what, he very quietly goes about his business, Harry Wilson. He never gets the recognition I think he deserves. Kind of mad. He quietly goes under the radar at Fulham. He's onside. All my life, he's onside. One Chelsea player keeps him onside. And he knows, Because he doesn't put his arm up. Brother oh no, there's no way. Oh, they've rolled it back. There could be reprieve. I think that's tight. There might be a reprieve earlier on in the build-up. We're gonna see if VAR does disallow it. The one they showed after that is onside, which is why the Chelsea defender doesn't put his arm up. I think it's Adarabioyo. Keeps Wilson onside. We're gonna see though in the build up for the initial pass. Is it onside? Offside. Offside. Goal will not stand. Wilson's goal removed. Chelsea reprieve. And this will be the final game to be finishing here at half-time. The other games, Burnley, Man United have kicked off now. And Newcastle against Leeds has also kicked off. And yeah, just the confirmation of the goal being disallowed. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate for Fulham. They'll probably find a way, though. They've got 10 men for the rest of the game. Right, I'll read some of your comments that you've left over on the TikTok. Why do we always play rubbish against Palace? Bogey team. Genuinely, they are shy. It's just we can't seem to find a way. And we're just matching their low tempo, and I don't know why. We should be dictating our play a bit quicker. Maybe we want to, save. It could be a situation like a Chelsea game, where we're preserving a bit of energy and then we're going to have a go a little bit towards the second half. But it's just it's just been a bit flat, really. I don't know. Is there relief or disappointment when it comes to half-time at Palace? Tough to say. I'm happy that we're not being outplayed. But it's like, rather than the typical 4 out of 10s that we have against Palace, or 3 out of 10s, it's like a 6. So it's an improvement. But my life, man. Dean said, unfortunately, struggling with complex health. Oh dear. I won't lie, doctors don't know what's wrong. Oh dear. My uncle has that. It's not nice. So, yeah. Unfortunately, with my own family, I do know a lot about that. I hope you get that sorted. Honestly, it is. Yeah, I know the difficulties around it all, so I genuinely hope you're good. For football, though, you say we won't beat Palace. I can hold single-handedly on God's green earth. We won't beat Palace. I'm wrong. AJ gets a haircut. We'll see. We have a second half to go, and we've been very good this season. 13 wins in 15. Unfortunately, it's our hoodoo opposition. So we'll see. Plank Tony said, do you think Villa will win? I think we should do. They have 10 players out. I know Villa have 3, but they have our usual pain in the arse. Ismaila Sarr's not playing today. If that is Sarr had the chance Johnson did, it's 1-0. Ismaila Sarr against Villa from there buries that, every single day, every single time. You put the house on it. He loves a goal against Villa for some reason. But yeah, thankfully it was Brennan Johnson, and his Spurs genes come in clutch there. They're showing the replay. Watkins, 2 very identical chances, really, and he gets them both wrong for different reasons. His touch is poor for the first one, and the second one he just takes far too long. I don't know what planet he's living on where he thinks Lacroix is just gonna stand there and watch him shoot. You got to be quicker than that. In the Championship and in some of the shit teams we play in the Europa League, you're gonna get that that amount of time to shoot. You're not gonna get that in the Prem. It's just not gonna happen. And I'm gonna see what the punditry team think of the handball. I don't think you get that given, personally. Yeah, he tries to turn away from it, so he helps himself in that regard. His arm is outstretched, so I've seen him given. They probably shouldn't be given, but I've seen him given because his arm. I wouldn't say his arm's in a natural position, but as the shot comes in, he does try and tuck his arm away from it. If he doesn't do that, say his arm is just out and he doesn't tuck his arm in, that's a handball, a penalty all day, every day. But he does try and turn away, and that has helped him massively. In the decision being for Crystal Palace. Right. Let's have a look then. What are people saying? Not terrible. Overall, I'm happy with the half. How on earth was that not a penalty? It's not even being biased. He literally saves it from going on target. I mean, look, it's just it is what it is. Can't complain at that. We've played well and we're competing. Our subs in this game are going to be crucial. Need to be used at the right time. We're well in this. Well, our bench is better than this. It is that simple, and it's because of Palace's injuries. To come on, we have Emi Buendia, Ian Matson, Daniel Marlin, Jimo Aloba, and Garcia potentially, or Bogard if we get a goal and try and hold on. Torres, I don't think we'll risk today. I don't think there's no point. He's just come back. So he's kind of just like there as a cheerleader, I think, today, and so is Hemmings. So I think the ones that we're likely to see is, yeah, like I said, is probably going to be Bogard, Buendia, Garcia, Matson, Marlin. If it's not going to be one of those five, it'll, instead of Garcia, it'll be Jimo Aloba. I reckon he'll start him against Spurs, by the way. Now we're starting to see, Jimo, he featured on the bench against Chelsea, came on against Arsenal, was on the bench against Forest. I just have a sneaky little feeling he'll come on a little bit today for like the last 5 minutes and he'll start Spurs. Because we'll probably want to rotate against Tottenham. Right, I'm just going to have a look at what the hell happened in the Chelsea game as to why all those the red card and like 3 yellows happen. Apparently he pulled Matt Wilson one-on-one, I think. Yeah, I don't see many people complaining about it. So I just want to know why the hell so many players are booked. Surely it just wasn't an absolute mess of tackles in the space of a few minutes. I just thought it was a bad decision that the ref made, and then he just booked players for dissent. Chelsea have had 5 red cards this season. Oh my life! Apparently, the closest team to Chelsea's 5 reds are a team with 2. The fact you've got over double is crazy. Apparently, Burnley have a decent chance against United. Surely not. Surely not. I might as well put, while I'm waiting for Villa, I might as well put those. See what's going on. Burnley scored! Burnley 1-0. Are you mad? There's no way. Burnley 1. Darren Fletcher's Man United 0. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Manchester United. Oh, it's a horrible deflection in truth. That's harsh. It's an own goal from Aiden Heaven, and he's had a bad weekend. Heaven, like it was his mistake that led to Leeds getting a goal against them at Ellen Road, and now it's his own goal that's put Burnley 1-0 up. What a bad week for Manchester United. That's unbelievable. I mean, look, they'll probably turn that around and win the game, but dear, poor Heaven. He's so young as well. Ooh, nearly gets dispossessed there as well, Heaven. I can't believe they're losing to Burnley. I mean, it's typical United to go and concede an own goal. I was like, who on earth who at Burnley scoring goals? There's no goal between any of them, really. Let's see how. That is unreal. A win for Burnley. I mean, this is how tragic it is for West Ham. A win for Burnley puts them over West Ham United. West Ham could drop to 90. I mean, that's a big if because, West Ham were even winning in their game against Forest. But if Burnley can get that win over United, it would put them into 18th, 6 points off Forest. It is doable. You've got to hold on to results like this, but it is certainly doable. That's why I said, I refuse to say West Ham are relegated because Villa, I think we were 7 points adrift with 4 games to go, and we managed to survive. So it's never impossible. It's never impossible. You just have to play out your skin, and thankfully Villa, that was at a time where we could beat Palace. That was a Roy Hodgson Crystal Palace, and it was good old Trezeguet getting 2 goals. And then we played Palace and we played Arsenal and beat them both at Villa Park 2-0 and 1-0 respectively. Got a 1-1 draw away at Everton, and I remember going mental because Al Ghazi had a 90th minute chance to win the game in front of goal and he put it over. Or he either put it over or hit the post. I remember Al Ghazi essentially missed a sitter, and I was like, I swear, if we're relegated off that, I was fuming. But we drew that game. We went to West Ham and drew on the final day and got 8 points in 4 games. We'll have a chance here, United, though. Dorgu. What are they going to do? Sure. I'm seeing Agate attempt a cycle kick, man. Oh, dear. They are a very fascinating football team. I am moving back to the Palace Villa because we're about to be underway for the second half. Come on, you Villa boys. Get into them. Come on, the boys. Villa, the players are ready. We're trying to keep warm here. But the Villa players are getting ready to come on. Oh, my life. Emmy's injured. Are you serious? Emi Martinez apparently has an injury for Villa. Are you having a laugh? Emi apparently has picked up an injury. That is unreal. What? How? How on earth is he injured? Oh yeah, for God's sake, man. Well, it's Marco Bizot in goal for Villa. Go on, Bizot! I'll back him. But the last time we had I swear we're cursed. Whenever we play Palace, it's never Emi in goal, for the full game. We had Bizot in goal for the 3-0 defeat earlier this season. We had Olsen in goal for the 5-0 hammering. I swear Emi wasn't in goal when we played him last year. Oh, no, Emi might have been in goal in the 4-1. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Olsen in goal again. I swear it was Olsen in goal for the 4-1 defeat as well. We never have Martinez fit for Palace. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is, but we never have Martinez fully fit for Palace. How on earth has Emi got injured? Go on, Marco. And yeah, they're doing the sub now. Yeah, Erin. Yeah, Bizot. Look, to be fair to Bizot, he wasn't fantastic against Brighton, but he made a really important save at the very end of the game to give us the 3 points. But we'll see. And in fairness, was it away at Feyenoord where he was like man of the match basically? I think it was when we beat Feyenoord. Was it 1-0 or 2-0? 2-0. And they were by far better than us in the game. But Bizot making unreal save after unreal save kept us in the game and got us the win. So we shall see. Just going to very quickly look at Bizot and how his record at Villa has gone since he's been here. So Bizot played in the win against West Ham in the 3-2 win there. Played against Basel in our 2-1 win there. And the 4-3 win away at Brighton in the Amex Stadium. And yeah, the games before that, it was Feyenoord and Bologna, where he was outstanding in both. So I think he got man of the match against Feyenoord. So yeah, didn't think he was brilliant against Brighton, but he's had a couple of games since. I don't think he's. Tell a lie, actually. The Brighton game, the first goal he conceded was terrible, and against Basel, he did also concede a bit of a clanger as well. But I thought the West Ham game didn't have anything to do. The reason why we conceded 2 goals to West Ham, I don't think, was because of Marco Bizot. The first one was just Konza giving the ball away in a stupid area. I think Konza made 2 mistakes that day, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm sure some of you guys will tell me. I think Konza had like a unusual shit game. yeah, his rating is terrible on there, yeah. Konza had like a double clanger against West Ham, but it was fine. We ended up winning anyway, so it didn't matter too much. Free kick to Aston Villa on the halfway line. How you doing, Jerome? He said he's not a bad keeper. I think Bizot's all right. You know what? He's better than Robin Olsen. I will not criticise Marco Bizot because he physically cannot be worse than Olsen. It's nice to have a backup goalkeeper who's not completely shit. I think there's weaknesses to Bizot's game, but I think he can be very good. That's a lovely pass for Villa down the left. It's Digne. Digne, cross for Villa. It's Kamara. It's a good block. It was travelling towards the goal, but there was no power in it. So it's a shot on target for Aston Villa, but not really more of note other than that. That's poor from Mateta, giving the ball back to Konza. And just when you think Palace are going to hit Villa on the break, Konza's pass, though, isn't fantastic. So Rodgers has to take over. Does well. Beats 2. Still Morgan Rodgers. Gets a 1-2. Morgan Rodgers, this could be delightful. Doesn't get it out his feet. He did everything but the very last pass. He did everything right. I will say as well, what's Mateta crying about? Mateta there on the halfway line gets a shoulder barge and just stops and looks at the referee thinking he's going to give a decision. Like, bro, you are like 6'4", built like a brick shithouse. What are you crying at? Oh, but here come Palace, though, and this is the concern with Crystal Palace. Ah, that's poor. Palace's attack has been terrible today. I don't want that to age badly, but so far it has been shite. Other than that long ball to Brennan Johnson, which he probably should have done better with, Palace have done basically nothing the entire game. And just sat and defended. And I know they play a back 5, and I understand it's got to be hard. I mean, look at Forest when they played Aston Villa as well. It's hard to create chances in the back 5. That's why I didn't like Amram's system either. How's he injured? I don't know how he's injured. They just said he's gone off with an injury. They've not said how, unfortunately. So I'm sure that will come out at some point. He's had a lot of injury issues this season, Emmy. And I was going to say as well, Benjamin just kind of covered before I was going to say it. He had his hands in his pockets as he was walking. So he's clearly not in a terrible state. But not fit enough to be in goal. Strange. To be honest, very, very strange. That's a foul, surely, on Kamara it is. Villa have a free kick. What would we do without Boubacar Kamara, by the way? Like, I know it was Arsenal, and Arsenal are incredible. But the midfield, with and without Kamara, is night and day, and it terrifies me. And I remember when there was a spell, was it last year, the year before? I think it was the year before, when we were fighting for the Champions League, and Kamara couldn't play a few games, and we looked lost. We looked lost for a few weeks. He came back and we steadied the ship a little bit. He's such a pivotal player at Villa, and I think people don't realise how important Kamara actually is to Villa. It is terrifying. Free kick to Villa. McGinn flicked on by Lindelof. Shot from Tielemans. Oh, he should have scored, I think. I think that should be 1-0 Villa. It's a wry smile from Yuri Tielemans. It's a love. What a flick on by Lindelof, by the way. That's incredible from Victor Lindelof. That is such a well cushioned header. Oh, it should have been a goal. It should have been 100%. 100% should have been 1-0 Villa. Tielemans away from his marker at the back post has a free half volley and he slices it with the outside of his boot. Clearly doesn't get the connection he wants on the ball. And doesn't time his shot very well, but it's a lovely flick on by Victor Lindelof, and that should have been 1-0 Villa. 100% should have been 1-0 Villa. Wasted opportunity, though. Kamara flicks it forward. That's a mistake at the back, though. It's Rodgers. Oh! Save from Henderson. Nearly an own goal. Rodgers again. And a save from Henderson once more. What an Crystal Palace with a couple Bozo genes kicking in there. I mean, it's a horror moment at the back for, I think it was, is that Canvo missing the ball entirely? Then it's Rodgers taking, it was Canvo. Rodgers took over, he put a cross in, and then Henderson, as he's diving backwards, flings out a foot to stop a Palace own goal. The cross from Rodgers, I think it deflected off Lacroix towards his own goal, and Henderson had to make a pretty decent save there to keep out Aston Villa. It would have been an own goal. The loose ball fell to Rodgers. He spins, has a shot on an angle. It's another save from Henderson. But that is a bit of chaos there at the back for Palace. That could have and probably should have been prevented. All of it happened is because Canvo misses the ball entirely. It goes under his foot. I'm going back to a game that probably none of you remember. It was when we got thumped by Spurs. And it wasn't when we got thumped by Spurs. It was when we lost, I think it was lost 2-1 to Tottenham or 3-2 to Tottenham. It was when Bjorn Engels went to clear the ball and the ball went under his foot and behind him. It just reminded me of that. And that was like 6 years ago. So probably most of you won't remember that. But yeah, we lost the game because Engels missed the ball. And that's literally what happened there with Canvo. Goes to smash it long. His foot gets underneath the ball. Leads to Villa nearly taking the lead at Selhurst Park. It still remains goalless though. 52 minutes gone. Dredd said, has he got a date? Maybe. You never know, man. It is crazy. Around the grounds in the Premier League, it is all the same. Still the last goal to happen was Burnley against Man United. That's 27 minutes gone now at Turf. More chance for Palace. Hughes squares it. Good block. Victor Lindelof again. Wharton shot. It goes into the hands of Marco Bizot. But Victor Lindelof, my man of the match so far today, his flick on should have led to a Villa goal as he flicked it on brilliantly for Tielemans. He missed his chance. And then in this build-up for Crystal Palace, the shot comes in from, is it Mino for Palace? Straight into the wall. That is Victor Lindelof, and the ball bounces clear. He has been rock solid at the back for Aston Villa so far. Credit where it is due. Oh, I said he's been threatening going forward, Victor Lindelof. His set pieces. Oh, a bit of a scrap there in the box for Villa. I didn't quite see it. It's Watkins and Lacroix going at each other. Oh dear, some choice words said to each other there. Oh, it was Lacroix. It was a good tackle actually from Lacroix and Ollie, and they keep having a go at each other. Throw for Villa towards Watkins. Mateta with the header. What? He's given a goal kick there, but the ball seemed to hit Jean-Philippe Mateta. There should be 9-0, but Palace will ruin it again for us, won't they? As in a draw. Look, we usually get thumped by Palace, so at least even this is different, I suppose. Thump long by Henderson. Oh, Tielemans has a little bit of an awkward slice from Yuri Tielemans. Flicked on by Digne. Watkins. My brain is melting here. I think I'm short-circuiting that we're not losing to Palace. So my brain doesn't quite know what to do. Mitchell to Mark Gahey. He's probably been the least involved centre-back today, which I'm very surprised. It's usually Gahey being the issue for Villa to get through, but it's pretty much just been Lacroix and Canvo with all the issues. I mean, it probably shows the fact that Sancho hasn't really been involved too much today, that Mark Gahey has had a very quiet game. Oh, thanks, Dean. Very nice comment from you there, Dean. Oh, lovely from John McGinn. What strength that is. Will Hughes left in the dust. John McGinn forward. That's poor. That encapsulates John McGinn to a T, by the way. Really incredible hold-up play. Shoves his defender, uses his strength, gets away from his man. Shite pass in the final there. That is literally like the most textbook John McGinn thing I have seen all game. I love John. I really do. But that just encapsulated John McGinn perfectly. Like, Will Hughes literally left in the dust. Like, John McGinn's blunder just completely demolished Will Hughes and left him flattened. But then McGinn doesn't use it as we give the ball away. Akbar says, I don't typically like us taking off Man United. Just look at their performances. They've been in decline for many years. But credit to Lindelof. Lindelof has been solid. He's been pretty solid at Villa. I don't think he was expected to play. Like hardly any games, maybe just featuring the Europa League and like FA Cup or whatever. But because of injuries to Tyrone Mings and Pau Torres, Lindelof has just been forced into the team and has looked very competent. Like I said, in the West Ham game, it was Konza with the Bozo gene coming out, making 2 mistakes against West Ham. Where I thought Lindelof was pretty decent in that game. I don't think he was like threatened too much today. I mean, that block from Migno probably saves a goal. Penalty Sunderland at Brentford. Oh dear. Brentford's incredible home record could be under a little bit of threat from Sunderland. I'll have to see what happens with that, but it is a penalty, Sunderland. Still, it remains 2-1 to Bournemouth against Spurs. It is 1-0 leads away at Newcastle. Leeds United, I mean, they were in relegation trouble not long ago. Now Leeds on 25 points as things stand. 10 points above Burnley, who are winning 1-0 against Man United still. Oh dear. I just heard the ironic cheer from an Aston Villa throw. Dear, oh dear. Penalty missed! No! Sunderland missed a penalty at Brentford. Are you mad? Lefay missed for Sunderland. Wow. Brentford survive. Still 1-0 to Brentford. Mateta shrugs off. Digne. Cross. Not a great clearance from Konza, but in fairness to Palace, they couldn't immediately punish that. Gahey falls backwards. You probably don't want that to fall to Mark Gahey. If you're Crystal Palace, you want that to be anyone else. Fulham take the lead at Craven Cottage. Raul Jimenez has scored on the hour mark there. Chelsea down to 10 with Cucurella being sent off after 20 minutes. That is a huge goal for Fulham. And I tell you what, I know Villa fans will be optimistic and will be looking ahead of us and above us in the table, but you've got to keep the teams below us at bay. And Chelsea, who are trying to chase Champions League spots, them losing to Fulham is a huge result for Aston Villa, especially if we can go and pinch this game. We have half an hour still to play at Selhurst Park, still goalless. Cross from Mitchell's really good. Good save from Bizot. Palace starting to really up the tempo here. What a cross from Mitchell, by the way. He's absolutely whipped that. He's definitely looking for Mateta. Mateta misses it, and Johnson, he gets the contact, but doesn't really put he doesn't put his own power into that. He just uses the power from the cross, and Mitchell tries to like glance the ball in. It's a simple save in the end from Marco Bizot. I just feel like maybe Brendan Johnson should have gone for more of a cleaner connection. Try and actually put your own power into it. Direct that towards the corner. Probably would have been better as an option. Digne, that's a good pass into McGinn. Tries to twist and turn. Digne picks up the loose ball. Oh, lovely interchange. Rodgers for Villa in the box. Rodgers across goal. No one there to tap it in. Very well defended from Palace. That interchange of play between Morgan Rodgers and Luca Dean was really good down this left-hand side. Oh, nice turn from Rodgers as well down the left for Villa. Canvo holding him off. Rodgers pulled to the ground there, surely. What? Referee doesn't give a foul. That's outrageous. Rodgers literally stopped still thinking, well, I've been pulled over here, so I'm going to stop. And now Mateta wins a tackle. Konza fuming, by the way, because he felt not only Rodgers was fouled, but maybe he was fouled by Mateta too. I will say, how is this not a foul on Rodgers? I'm just seeing the replay here. Two players. There was two players on him. Oh, Watkins doesn't. He doesn't gamble on that. It's really well defended from Palace, but I feel like Watkins could have gambled a little bit more. Rodgers fuming with the referee that he didn't give the foul. Like he's been shoved to the floor there. He was kind of in disbelief, really. He was kind of in disbelief, really, that the foul wasn't given. He just stopped playing. That's why you should never do that. It should always play to the whistle, I suppose. But I suppose when it just feels like such an obvious thing. Strange. Bizot for Villa. To Victor Lindelof. Half an hour to go here. It still remains 0-0 between the two sides. Lindelof back to Bizot. I thought we'd see subs from Villa, to be honest, especially when we've got a stronger bench than they have. I am surprised that we've not made any change here. Villa still trying to play it from the back. We're trying to force that long pass forward to try and play it out of Crystal Palace's press. That's a throw into Palace, for God's sake, boys, really. What is it with Palace? I swear, this is why I never predicted us to win against them, because like we're just complete morons when we play this team. We just cannot seem to beat a Glasner settle. I don't know what kind of juju they have over Villa. Unreal. Oh my God, Matoma has scored for Brighton. Oh. Man City 1, Brighton 1. Are you having a laugh? Oh, bad header. Oh, weird. Is that Lindelof again? Or is that Digne? If that's Lindelof, he's an absolute monster at the back. It's either Lindelof or Digne has cleared the ball. Yeah, Brighton goal. I can't believe this. Manchester City have bottled a 1-0 lead. This is genuinely is getting extraordinary now, Man City. Got it. These are the type of games you have to take advantage of Man City being dumb and dropping silly points. Brighton are, as things stand, taking 4 points off Man City this season with a win at the... Don't forget, Brighton beat City at the Amex this season and now taking so far a point at the Etihad with that Matoma goal. The Arsenal-Liverpool game, I kind of don't know what I want from that, to be honest, because I don't see a world where we win the league. So it's almost like, do I not even mind if Arsenal go and win that? But like at the same time, if there's any year to win the league, it probably would be this year. If we're going to try and go for it, we've got to beat Palace, though. Like it's pointless talking about their game if we don't beat Crystal Palace. That's nice from... Oh, no, it isn't nice from Sancho, for God's sake. Sancho has been pretty underwhelming in this game. He's not really had the ball much in truth, but both him and Cash have been pretty ineffective down the right. We've pretty much focused solely on the left-hand side. Theories on City is losing one Champions League, losing Champions League one season, missing the Premier League titles, all part of a cut for their sanctions. Sancho off, and it's Emi Buendia on for Aston Villa. I think it's the singular change for Villa. Interesting. So is that... I wonder who's going to go out wide then. Because Buendia is not a wide player, is he? That is unless we put in McGinn out wide now and Buendia in the middle. Which I think is happening because I see McGinn here. Oh no. Pino. Save Bizot! Oh my God. Oh, what a block, Digne! Luca Digne might save Villa. Wharton shot. That's really good defending from Aston Villa. Should be 1-0 Palace. Really smart save from Marco Bizot in goal. And I thought the rebound fell very, very kindly for Crystal Palace. And Luca Digne probably makes one of the best blocks we've seen this season. Oh, that's outrageous defending from Luca Digne. Oh, what a block that is. Smart stop, Bizot. Bizot's unlucky, actually, because he parries it into not the most dangerous area. It's just unfortunate that Devaney is he's positioned perfectly to receive that, and he probably should have stuck that away to make it 1-0 Palace. But that defending from Digne is outrageous. He throws his soul into that. Tielemans is literally shoved to the floor there by... that's unbelievable. This referee, I swear to God. Tielemans is basically shoved over by Will Hughes, but whatever. Here come Palace. Tackle from Digne. Brennan Johnson. Oh, my life. What is going on? What a tackle, Kamara. Oh, my life, Kamara. It's chaos. Can we get it clear? Boubacar Kamara, again, has made an unbelievable tackle, and then we give the ball away in the box again. And now Lindelof. Yeah, Brennan Johnson goes down. What is going on? What on earth have I just witnessed? How are we not losing? How are we not losing? So I need to see this again. Oh, get stuffed. Is he really he's thrown himself to the floor for that? He's diving. Yeah, Brennan Johnson is diving. I'm glad the referee spotted that. Lindelof didn't even touch Brennan Johnson. I'm seeing this chance again. It's an absolute calamity in the box. Bizot trying to reach the ball, gets bullied by Mateta. It hits Cash in the head. 3-4 players fall on the floor, and no one can seem to put it in. It is an absolute mess. And then Boubacar Kamara with one of the best slide tackles you'll ever see to stop Crystal Palace scoring a goal. Well, that's textbook from Boubacar Kamara, and I don't expect anything else from him specifically. I think he's the only one in that position who makes that tackle. If there's any Villa player, if there's only one Villa player who makes that specific tackle and gets it perfectly right, it's Kamara. 100%. 100%. But yeah, Palace, I'm stunned that Palace aren't ahead. They will be wondering how on earth they're not ahead. To be quite honest, they've had the last 10 shots have been Crystal Palace. Jesus, lads, really? No, sorry, the last 10, 8 of them have been Palace. Jesus. Wolves have scored at the Hill Dickinson. Oh my life, Mane! Wow, Mane again for Wolves. Very obvious, new superstar for Wolves. Ball back to Bizot. Bizot into Cash. 20 to go here at Selhurst. Their tails are really up for this now, Palace. I think we seriously need to make more changes here because we are sleepwalking into a defeat here. Brentford 2, Sunderland 0. Sunderland missing a penalty, and now Thiago has a brace for Brentford. Nice little neat goal scoring run he's been on recently. Like I said, it's goalless here. In fact, this is the only goal in all 8 Premier League games, ladies and gentlemen. This is the only game without a goal. Although I'm stunned that we've not conceded. It's thanks to incredible individual defending from Luca Digne and Boubacar Kamara separately in two incidences have stopped Aston Villa from falling behind here. Despite all the injury woes that Palace have had, we just cannot play against their system, and I don't understand. I don't really get it, to be honest. Jesus, man. This second half has been really poor from Villa. First half was completely different. We are getting absolutely cut to pieces. Mitchell forward. And that's off Gahey, and that'll be a Villa throw-in. And hopefully we can just have a little breather here. Yeah, Everton 1, Wolves 1, Fulham 1, 10-man Chelsea 0. Cucurella's red card after 20 minutes is proving to be a bit of an issue for Chelsea. One Fulham goal already got disallowed with Harry Wilson, but it was Jimenez who put Fulham 1-0 up. Man City 1, Brighton 1 that's the huge one for me. Brighton with 5 yellow cards is also crazy. So they've definitely stopped City playing football as of right now. That'll be 3 consecutive draws for Manchester City if that stays as it is. Man United are still 1-0 down to Burnley. Unreal. Oh yeah, Newcastle did get the goal against Leeds. I forgot to mention that. Leeds took the lead and Newcastle equalised with Harvey Barnes. Oh, Harvey Barnes! It's an equaliser. That's an old clip, that is. Do you love it? If you know, you know. 20 to go, though. It is still goalless. Dredd says more subs on. I would love to see more subs right now for Villa. Cash. Back to Bizot. 3-0 Brentford. Sunderland have been wiped away. Sunderland's home record it's terrifying. They've not lost. Away from home, Sunderland are terrible. They are literally the anti-Spurs. Spurs are shit away, terrible at home. Sunderland are shit away, amazing at home. Chat to Villa, though, this is Rodgers on a run here. Morgan Rodgers has a dig. Save from Henderson. It's our first shot in about 30 minutes, in truth. And it's not a telling one, really, from Morgan Rodgers. He's trying to replicate the West Ham moment, but he's not caught it as well as he did against Areola, unfortunately. And to beat Dean Henderson, you got to do something decent. You got to hit it better than that, I think. Mitchell back to Gahey. Man. Genuinely, this is starting to be a very sickening time, man. I can't stand Palace. I hate Crystal Palace, man. I'm just reading some comments. Get Matson on, get Marlon on, get Marlon on. We're getting battered here, not showing enough, not showing anywhere near enough. Stop playing about. Oh, we are getting Matson and Marlon. Oh my god, they've read my mind. Marlon and Matson both coming on. Come on, boys! McGinn off. Konza is the captain now. As John is off, I'm guessing for Matson. I reckon, because it's not a like for like with Ollie. Ollie and Matt. That is bold, by the way. Ollie and Marlon both on. Oh, wait, what? I'm confused then, because Matson's on for Digne. What? Hang on. I need to really understand what I've just seen here then. Because I thought What? Hang on. I need to understand what's going on here. So, McGinn off for Marlon. So, we might be putting Marlon out wide then, right? I'm guessing. Because, I mean, Ollie's still on there. Unless it's Ollie out wide and Don in the middle. I think it's more likely to be Don out wide. But it's interesting to play in both. I mean, some Villa fans have been crying out for that. Gahey finds Will Hughes. This might be a situation, depending on what happens in this game, where I think if we do take the lead, and it's a huge if right now, we'll most likely see the likes of Ollie go off. I mean, how are we going to take the lead when we can't find a pass in our own half? This is starting to feel like Chelsea away in like the first half an hour, where we just couldn't touch the ball. Leeds penalty away at Newcastle in what will most likely be the final kick of the first half. Very interesting over there. See what happens. I'll keep you guys updated as always. Like I said, this is the only game currently we're watching that hasn't had a goal today. If you haven't already, please hit like. I'm live over on the Red platform as well as TikTok. So any likes would be appreciated on either platform if you want to watch it, whatever. Over on Red platform, we've got stats on screen and live player ratings, as well as just, a better 1080p, more pixels. There you go, more pixels to watch. If you want easy casual viewing, TikTok is always there for you. But yeah, 15 minutes to go here at Selhurst. Still goalless, and 10 shots for Palace, 9 to Villa. It's pretty much an even game. Like, even across the stats, 1.1 xG to 1.07. You're not going to get much closer than that. 61% possession for Villa, but Palace never typically care about ball possession because they're very precise with what they want to do with it, in truth. Maatsen, Lindelof back to Bizot, thump forward towards Ollie Watkins, flicked away by he's made a bit of a mess of that, Lacroix, but Villa cannot seem to threaten them. And the referee has whistled for a foul with Buendia. I swear, defenders are protected so much. I find those really insufferering and infuriating. Defenders get such soft fouls. Like, as a striker, you barely touch them, and they go down, and it drives me insane. I think it's something that football needs to crack down on. They'll just try and shield the ball and take any touch, and hope and pray the referee gives them the decision. Typically, 9 times out of 10 they do, but like they do twice as much as that to an attacker, and the referee doesn't give it. I mean, we saw earlier Morgan Rogers get like shoved by 2 players consecutively, and the referee doesn't give a foul. But you breathe on the shoulder of a defender, and they will give it. Come on, Marlon, steal it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, that's a mistake from Tielemans. Wharton gets it back. Adam Wharton. He's yet to score for Palace. Pino into Mitchell. Oh, well defended from Daniel Marlon. He's come back to defend that really well. My mind is thinking more about let's not concede. Oh, there's been a goal for Chelsea. 10-man Chelsea. Liam Delap has scored a goal. Hell has frozen over. Delap has scored for Chelsea away at Craven Cottage. It's getting quite bad now. In fact, there's been a goal in every other game. I'm just going to be quiet as I speak about this corner. Villa do get it clear with Emi Buendia. Not only there's been a goal in every other game, every team has scored bar Sunderland, Man United, Palace and Villa. Every other team have scored today. In fact, Spurs might have got an equaliser at the Vitality. I'll wait to give you confirmation of that. They have. Bournemouth 2, Spurs 2. And it's the Spurs away record. It's something that they will hold on to. Leeds did take a 2-1 lead against Newcastle. Calvert-Lewin buried the penalty in the last kick of the first half. As a bit of a sickener for Newcastle, who were ahead in that game. Oh, my life. Cross to the box. Hits. It should have been scored by Mateta. He dives at it. Misses the ball. And Aston Villa survive another scare. Oh, I'll tell you what, Brennan Johnson has been a little bit of a thorn in Villa's side. I don't think he's been amazing, but he's not stopped it. He's not stopped going, basically. Oh, man, Mateta. So he throws himself at it, but doesn't get any connection. I bet, hang on, I'm going to read that in a second. Poor corner, that's gone straight out of play for an Aston Villa goal kick. I bet ×2 Villa do the thing how it's going. Wait, what? I bet ×2 Villa. What do you think how it's going to be? I'm getting an aneurysm reading what you're saying. What do you think how it's going? The match is getting away from Villa. Is my concern. We've not been very good in the second half, and Palace have had multiple opportunities to go and win this game. I'd go as far as say they probably should be winning. Digne literally stops Devaney making it 1-0 at the back post. Boubacar Kamara's slide tackle stops Palace scoring after a melee in front of goal, as like Bizot gets bullied by Mateta, the ball falls loose, everyone on the floor, and then Kamara sticks a leg out to stop anyone tapping it in. Then There's been the Mateta missing a cross. There's a cross from Brennan Johnson. Mateta doesn't get the contact. Very Gascoigne-esque against Germany. Buendia spins. Oh, that's a chance for Villa. Puts it over. Emi Buendia. I mean, he buried it in a similar position against Feyenoord from there, but this time he puts it over. Oh, that's a chance, you know. He gets lucky. The ball spins back to him from Lacroix. Gets a bit of space on that left foot. He just smashes it over. That is a chance, Emi Buendia, and he knows it. And Unai Emery looking very animated out there as he brings on Bogard now. That'll be Villa's. Is that their fourth change or fifth change? Fifth change, fifth and final. Typically, we bring Bogard on when we are winning a game. Bogard's not often a change we make in games at our level. I think, did I call every sub, by the way? I didn't call Bizot. Okay, not every sub. I called 4. I said Buendia, Marlon, Matson, and Bogard. Obviously, I didn't account for Martinez getting an injury, but he's taken off Kamara! He's lost his mind! Oh my god! What? Huh? He's took off Kamara! Oh my god! Again, I can't. He's took off Kamara. What is going on? He must be shattered. There's no other way. Bro, this is insane. He's took off our best defensive midfielder. When we've been peppered this second half. What? What on earth is going on? I thought this was such an obvious one for Tielemans. I think Tielemans is better going forward than Kamara. Bro, this is such a gap. This is a huge roll of dice from Unai to try and win this. What on earth? As someone that has Rodgers in FPL for several weeks, I'm wondering when you guys are ever going to start. We'll start him when Cole Palmer starts for Chelsea. Just let me know when that happens, yeah? Buendia. That's a foul, surely. Emi Buendia does get a free kick for Aston Villa. And a booking for Mitchell. The fact that's his first yellow is crazy because he's been a tad dirty for Palace. 7 minutes to go. It is still goalless, but Buendia has earned Aston Villa a free kick here. It's quite deep, so we're gonna have to do well to get this into the box. That's Mitchell's 4th yellow of the season as well. I'm not surprised. He's a good defender, but is your typical like. Is a typical low block fullback who kicks you a little bit. Good player though, in fairness. We take the free kick short. Marlon's cross deflects off Mitchell. And it's a throw into Villa in front of the travelling away support, who are making some noise in that far corner. We should have been given more free kicks. Yeah, they've not really given too many set pieces to Villa today. It's going to be a long throw from Cash. I've said this actually a few times this season. I'm surprised we're not implementing them because every team seems to implement a long throw these days. So we're going to see what the long throw from Cash can do. Oh, it's going to be short. It's a bait. Buendia into Cash again. Cash fakes one cross. Gets on his left. Swings it in. Header! Off the post! Oh, you serious? It's a header onto the post from Victor Lindelof. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Lindelof coming forward because of the long throw. It's a lovely cross from him. Header down from Lindelof. It beats Henderson, but it hits the post for Villa. Oh, is it Watkins? I thought it was Lindelof. Wait, the camera panned to Lindelof. It was Watkins. It's Ollie Watkins' header. It was cleared. It is an Aston Villa corner, though. I thought it was Lindelof. I thought it was Lindelof. The camera, so did the commentary team. Villa corner, left-footed towards the far post. It's a scramble. It's cleared up and away. It's another corner to Villa. Well, these set pieces are being a little bit of a nightmare for Crystal Palace. I can confirm it is Fulham 2, Chelsea 1. Wilson has a goal. We'll see if that's actually going to get disallowed this time. But with 10 minutes to go at Craven Cottage, 2-1 to Fulham. Palace have conceded 9 set pieces since November 30th. Oh, my life. Palace set pieces have been they've been an issue I have seen on Match of the Day as well. So it is a corner to Aston Villa. Maatsen goes short. Corner comes in towards Konza, flicked away. It's a third corner in a row for Aston Villa, as it's Mateta who clears the trouble. He should have, in those situations, he'd rather concede the corner again because he's facing the other way. Maybe you don't want to flick it backwards because you're not looking that way. But he decides not to gamble and under pressure concedes a third consecutive corner to Aston Villa. What can Austin McPhee cook up with Villa? Corner comes in, punched by Henderson. Oh, Maatsen. He gets really underneath that and it sails out for a goal kick to Palace. Oh, he is proper sliced that here, Maatsen. Decent punch from Henderson. Tielemans has... Hang on a minute. Tielemans has been wrestled to the floor there. I think Palace are very lucky there. Yuri Tielemans has been chased down and rugby tackled in the box. What? How? I don't understand why those don't get given. We saw a decision similar like that against... it was Newcastle against Spurs. And Newcastle were given the penalty for it. Was it Spurs given? I can't remember. It might have been Spurs given the penalty. I don't remember. It was in the game. I know it was for a rugby tackle. I think it was given to Newcastle. Buendia for Villa. To the byline he goes, but he is muscled and shoved out of play. Oh, Christ. Canvo uses his strength and just, marshals Buendia out. Unai Emery belting out instructions here for Villa. I'd say Palace dominated about, 20, 30 minutes of the second half. I think Villa, the last 10 minutes, have been the better side. Arsenal fans must be laughing their socks off right now with what's going on here. Ooh, a bit of a slice clearance from Maatsen. Gets it away at the second attempt. Won back there by Wharton into Devaney. Brennan Johnson. Wharton swings it towards the far stick. Header. It's uncomfortable. It's caught by Bizot. These crosses, man, are dangerous. Pino with the flick forward. I tell you what, Bogard does really well there. It's an uncomfortable header he needs to make because it's towards his own goal, but he does well there. Yeah, Marlon has just kind of... he's been isolated since coming on. Everton have had 2 red cards. What on earth's going on? Michael Keane... I've not been paying attention to this. Michael Keane got sent off for Everton in the 83rd minute, and now Jack Grealish has also now been sent off, and there's 9 minutes of injury time to play at the Hill Dickinson. Wolves should absolutely go for that. 9-man Everton. Now Rodgers for Villa. Finds Emi Buendia. Bogard. Back to Buendia again. Finds Cash free in the box. Cash cross deflected. Rodgers, no! It's over. We scream for a handball or a deflection or something towards the referee. I think Rodgers wanted a deflection. I think that's why he's saying it went over. Oh, man. Rodgers should have just kept this down. It's a bouncing ball. And he doesn't quite make the connection he needs to make. It does take a deflection. He's spot on. It literally does get deflected. He's not wrong. It takes a deflection and goes over. And the ref doesn't spot it. And it's a goal kick to Palace. It literally does take a deflection. He's not wrong. Unbelievable. Palace have a goal kick. We are heading into the 90. It is still goalless between the two sides, and Villa's hoodoo with Palace is looking like it is going to continue, unfortunately. Damn. Elsewhere, it is Bournemouth 2, Spurs 2, Brentford 3, Sunderland 0. Quite an emphatic result there. Sunderland had a chance to make that 1-1 and missed a penalty, and how huge has that proved to be? Goalless here, like I said to you guys before, this is the only game without a goal in the entire Premier League this evening. Everton 1, Wolves 1, Everton down to 9 men. Keane and Grealish sent off. Fulham 2, Chelsea 1. Cucurella sent off after 20 minutes for Chelsea. City 1, Brighton 1 is unbelievable. I cannot believe that Man City are, as things stand, drawing their third game in a row. Like, once again, at the Etihad, having a 1-0 lead and dropping it is just incredible to me. I can't believe that. 3 minutes added time here have been shown. We're heading up into our first minute, and it's Rodgers down the left for Aston Villa. Rodgers, he trips over his own feet there, Rodgers. And Dean Henderson will pick up the loose ball. I don't think, in fairness, as much as this referee has not given Villa hardly any decision today, I actually don't think that one specifically was a foul. Unfortunately for Aston Villa. We're cursed. We're cursed. Ollie Watkins hitting the post, I think, has proved to be quite pivotal as well. Watkins could have put Villa 1-0 up, and the ball rebounding back off the post. In fairness, Palace also could have took the lead in this game. I'm not going to just sit here and pretend that Palace had 2 big chances to score in the second half, but they didn't take them, and so far Villa haven't taken ours. Burnley still lead 1-0 against United. That's gone past half time now. I can't believe that. That will be the game that I'm going to flick onto after this, just to see what on earth happens at Turf Moor. Because United, I know they're without a manager, but that is, if you lose to them, that's shocking. Rodgers into Watkins, turns. Watkins, what a block! Is that Gahey? He's hardly had to do anything today. And Mark Gahey, with maybe his last touch of the ball in a Palace shirt, has probably stopped Villa taking the lead. Yeah, Gahey has had to do hardly nothing today because all Villa's attack has come down the left. Gahey comes over, and it might have been going over in truth, but it hits Gahey and goes out wide for an Aston Villa set piece. This might be the last attack of the game for Villa. Emery still belting instructions from the touchline. But it is an Aston Villa corner. This will probably be it. Like, if we don't score from this corner, it's probably going to be 0-0. Corner comes in all the way, is missed by everyone, and it's out of play for a Palace goal kick. I think that's it then. I think that's probably gonna be 0-0, and our hoodoo with Palace continues. With 10 players being out. Unbelievable. We just need Glasner to get the sack or leave or go somewhere, because Unai Emery is just never gonna beat him. It doesn't seem to matter. Yeah, Glasner and Unai shake hands. I think that's probably gonna be 0-0 then. And it is drop points on the road for Aston Villa. There it is. Full time. Palace 0. Aston Villa 0. Whoa. Emery is very very animated. I don't think he's too happy with that finishing 0-0. Unai has gone straight up to the officials, by the way. And he is fuming. He is fuming with the referee. He is absolutely livid, Unai. Has finished though 0-0. To be honest, did we deserve to win that? No. Like, Unai, we can be upset with decisions against us today. Like, on another day, as much as I don't think it is a penalty, and letter of the law, it's not a penalty. I've seen them given, so we could have had it given to us. And we've not had the rub of the green, really. There's been situations where Rodgers was fouled and the referee doesn't give it. And then, Rodgers has a shot that's literally deflected over the bar and the referee just seemingly ignores it and gives Palace a goal kick. And it's like little things I can mention like that. But we probably did not do enough to win today, if I'm being real. And we just struggle with this 5 at the back system. I feel like if anyone ever wants to stifle Villa, just adopt a Glasner system for one game and you'll be fine. Because we just cannot seem to break down this 5 at the back. It's like whenever they want to defend, we can't break it down, and whenever they want to hit us on the break, we struggle to defend. And on another day, we probably lose that as well. So, like, as much as Watkins could have scored with his header as it came back off the post, we very easily could have lost this as well. So I'm not going to sit and forget about that. Appreciate you all being here. As I'm leaving, Bournemouth have got a 95th minute winner, and it's Semenyo. I'm not even joking. Semenyo was probably his last ever touch of the ball in a Bournemouth shirt, has probably got them all 3 points against Tottenham. That is actually like cinema, to be honest. Fair play to Bournemouth. A 95th minute winner, surely for them now. We didn't lose, but I do feel flat. I can't lie. I do feel flat. I appreciate you all being here. I will make a quick video as well at the end of this. But yeah, it's a point, but it does, unfortunately. I've always said, and I'll be consistent with what I say. If you are within 6 points of a title, you're in a title race. If not, you're not in it. And if Arsenal go and beat Liverpool tomorrow, they will officially be on 51 and will be on 43. And I think that is insurmountable for Aston Villa with the squad depth that we have personally. So it's an if, I suppose, and we'll see what happens with Arsenal. We just have to hope and pray. If there's any hope that Villa can go on and do something incredible this season, we do need a Liverpool result against Arsenal, and I do struggle to see it a little bit. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys again very soon. Up the Villa. That was me over on TikTok. If you do want to watch a video, feel free to go over to the TikTok as well to see a breakdown of this, and I'll probably make a video at some point this week over on YouTube because I've not actually covered Villa in a video in I think the last 2 months. But yeah, I appreciate it all.